It's Dark Souls time. Oh god, I forgot I had an egg for a head. Oh, it's kind of disgusting. Kind of want to get this thing off. It's been on there for the past episode or two. Episode and a half or so, I guess, on this character. Anyways, it needs to go, but not quite yet. We still need it for the sake of showcase. But yeah. So our next destination actually isn't down this way, but I do have some people who I would like to talk to down here. I believe we'll have some new NPCs in Firelink by this point. We'll also have a very significant guy who actually will be giving us an idea of why we're going to Sen's Fortress, because I told you guys we're going there, but I didn't necessarily... I mean, we know we're going to Anor Londo, but we don't know why we're going to Anor Londo, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And this ties into the whole chosen undead prophecy. We're going to learn about that. That's weird. Okay, I swore that Rhea and co would be around by now. Maybe it's something that's maybe it's something that's activated by going through the depths. I have no idea.
Oh, hello, Miracle.
Well, Petrus doesn't
Come
seem
again?
to have anything new to say, so I'm just gonna... Well, we'll check that out some other time. I swore they would appear by this point, but I am wrong, so my apologies. Alright, let's... I know that this guy has something new to say, so...
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now, we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
So, loud, noisy, snoring creature has entered Firelink. He's talking about one of the new
Damn.
NPCs.
That stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about it.
So he's getting a little... Oh, he's not happy about this turn of events. Our success has kind of given him some disdain because he's not enjoying the new stench, as he puts it, the odor. Maybe this character doesn't bathe much.
Maybe it's time I do something about it.
Well, we'll, I suppose, leave him to his devices. Sad as it is. And holy hell. That is an interesting creature. He's got a bit of a tentacle mustache thing going on there. This is Kingseeker Frampt. This is the guy who apparently has a bit of a stench problem. I guess his breath isn't very good. I mean, I could imagine, I don't know, imagine he's an ancient enough being. Probably doesn't brush his teeth from the looks of it. And that chattering, ugh. Freaks you out the first time you're here. I don't know. What do you think, Crow? You think he's okay? Well, let's talk to him.
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening? I am the primordial serpent, Kingseeker Frampt, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn, chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening. I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
So, he seems like a pretty friendly guy, right? He seems to want to help us elucidate our fate, as he puts it. So he wants to tell us what's going on. And, you know, we need that, so let's say yes.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lordvessel.
So we have to go to Anor Londo to acquire the Lordvessel in order to face Gwyn and succeed him as, I guess, on the throne, whatever position it is. And he also makes reference to linking the fire and casting away the dark. So there's this idea of the Age of Fire is dwindling. It's only embers remain, and so we're gonna be the one to bring it back, or at least that's what Frampt is telling us here. The truth of it, that's a different story, and I'm not saying that it isn't true. There's it's very much your perspective on things, but we'll get into that later. We're very early on, so I don't want to overwhelm with the plot right here.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
So now, we have some things we can do with Frampt. We can feed him Titanite chunks. This basically breaks these things down into smaller chunks, so large chunks would become, or large shards would become normal shards. Green Titanite shards, I don't know what they become. Maybe large Titanite shards? I don't know exactly how they work, but then I think Titanite chunks turn to large Titanite shards, and so on and so forth. You can also feed him miscellaneous items, so... And I love the icon there on the top left, just his mouth gaping open. Feed me, chosen undead. There's a great comic somewhere, Frampt's coming out of somebody's toilet, and he says, "Feed me your poop, chosen undead." And there's some significance to that. I love that sound. Because look at the prices, or look at the soul values that he'll give you for all these different things. Alluring skulls, Lloyd's talismans, transient curses, seemingly valuable things. And even these, I mean, these, obviously, since they're souls, he's going to give you more for them. Especially the boss souls. But when you're looking at, you know, sunlight metal, cracked eye, red eye orb, indictments, I mean, I guess you're feeding him paper, but like green blossoms, moss clumps, like things that you yourself as the player would actually be eating, or fire bombs. I guess he wouldn't really want to eat fire bombs, but he'll pay you a lot for dung pies. You know, I guess it's one thing eating dung pies to a throwing knife, but nonetheless, I think that the way the way he values certain items when you're feeding him is a little humorous. He'll eat a copper coin, he'll give you a lot of money for that, or a lot of souls for that. So that's, I don't know, just something I find very humorous. But yeah, if you go look at the Titanite slabs, I guess they're hard. He doesn't like having to chew on them. Weapons, feed him weapons. You can feed him whatever. You can feed him arrows if you want. Your armor, he'll eat anything. He'll eat the rings. But again, he'll only pay you 100 souls. But if you can give him that poop, ooh, he's in heaven. He likes the dung pie. Alright, sorry. I spent way too long on that, but let's talk to him a little more.
Those who seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, a deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you, but proceed with caution. Those who seek the realm
Okay.
fate.
Well, that's all he has to say for now, so...
Farewell, chosen undead. I remain here and await thee.
Alright, farewell. Good buddy. Well, that's, I think, all we have to do for now on Firelink. I showed off in episode 9.5, I'm gonna call it, the Lautrec dialogue that we missed. The nice thing about Lautrec's quest is that even if you don't get that whole dialogue spiel, the quest still remains open because he still performs his action of killing the Firekeeper, and you can still get revenge on him. So from that point forward, we'll be pretty much in context, even though we didn't meet him properly this playthrough, or on this particular character. So now we're gonna head back up into the parish, and I promised I was gonna show off the depths, even though it's not really necessary for us to at this point. I mean, let me phrase that differently. It is very recommended we go through the depths because the large ember is found only in the depth area, and if nothing else, even if we don't go through the full area, which we are anyways, but even if we didn't, we really want that ember so that we can get our +5 weapons to +10. I'm gonna go see if Andre has anything new to say. If not, then I'm gonna head to the depths.
I know little of it, although I've... Oi, where are you off to?
Okay, well, Andre didn't have anything to say, so I guess we'll continue forward. So yeah, the depths. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We're not actually going to the depths proper yet. there's a little bit to do in preparation of that. There's a shortcut to open, another small area to go through, hopefully an NPC to rescue, so we'll be getting some more NPC interaction this episode. Yeah, just a lot of good stuff. So, excuse me, sir. Wow. Can't parry shield bash. Oh, I'm just bad on my timing right now. Okay. Takes care of business. So anyways, yeah, the fellow we're going to be rescuing today goes by the name of Griggs. He's Griggs of Vinheim, and if you remember Rickert, the magic blacksmith of New Londo, is also a local to Vinheim. Oh, I shouldn't have healed there. I'm just gonna run around these guys. I mean, I could probably use the souls, but yeah, if they're gonna give me... Oh, honestly, I mean, look at the damage we're doing. Never mind. Let's just knock them out, but not get cocky, because I can still die quite easily. That's the thing. Things will get easier against early game enemies, but never let your guard down, because it doesn't mean they're any less capable of bodying you. Especially these guys with the rapiers. They can, as you saw, he didn't follow through, but in another episode, I think, just before we fought the bell gargoyles, he actually parried us, but wasn't able to riposte because of the way we were spaced vertically on the stairway. That went in my favor. Usually that happens to me, and I get screwed by it, but in that case, I was, you know, as fortune had it, I was on the other side of that encounter, or that exchange, shall we put it. I'm really concerned. Oh, here he comes. Take a look at this. Hello. And as you see... Oh. Crossbow guy somehow survived. Oh, Jesus. Oh! And I'm dead. Well, that's how it goes. I must admit, I didn't think he was gonna follow up that quick, but this time around, he was perched on the gateway there, so I don't think he's gonna be able to come back quite fast enough to do what he just did to us last time. Getting pelted in the butt with those bolts, crossbow bolts. Let's see. Oh, you know what I didn't... Oh, okay, he's still hanging out here. I was gonna say I didn't check if Solaire had moved yet, but he's still checking out that sun.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Been staring at that sun a long time, man. We found you like episode 2? How long has it been? Your eyes are gonna burn out of their sockets. Oh, man. Solaire. He's a good guy. He taught us all how to praise the sun. Now, I've got 2 t-shirts. One says praise the sun, just the insignia on his armor there. And then I have one that's Sun Bros, and it's him praising the sun out of like kind of a almost like cereal box icon or logo. And it's joining together in jolly cooperation. I don't remember what it says, but those are some great shirts. My girlfriend, Allie, got me both of those, and I wear them a lot, needless to say. I'm a big fan of this series, and I'm an even bigger fan of the Warriors of Sunlight. I enjoy what they represent, and that helpfulness is something that I've always really valued in these games. I love being able to kind of... I love the jolly cooperation. I like engaging in it.
Please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody.
Okay.
Help me. Unlock the door.
All right.
Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Oh, it's okay, man. Is that rain? That's rain. I wasn't sure what that was. If you guys can hear that in the background, just like drilling rain against the window I'm hearing right now. And I'm wearing headphones, so that shit must be pretty significant on your side, I should think. So right here we got the Sorcerer set and a Sorcerer's Catalyst, so my 500 souls were a little bit to waste. Holy moly! Calm down, weather. Alright, so Griggs of Vinheim, let's talk to him.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Poor guy. He's very meek. I think the rain is louder than Griggs. But yeah, very soft-spoken, Griggs of Vinheim. He got stuck in here. We used the resident key. I really hope this isn't like... I haven't heard it rain this loud in a long-ass time. Anyways, we bought the residence key from the undead merchant back above quite a while ago, and we used it to unlock another house, but as it turns out, it's a key to more than one location, so that way we can save Griggs here.
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery, and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
Alright. I like Griggs. He's a little antisocial, not as memorable as a lot of other characters, but he's still, you know, he comes into his own, I guess. His own way.
Oh, hello. I'm fine.
Yeah, so that's all he has to say. So yeah, while we're heading through this Lower Undead Burg is how you would classify this area. It's kind of its own section of Undead Burg, but it's the lower section. This is pre-depths area, and it does have its own boss, so I think it is significant enough to separate the two by name. I'm checking my microphone to see if it's peaking with all this. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. I should hope that you can, because it's pretty damn loud on my side, but yeah. So we got these torch-bearing undead, just like we saw in Northern Undead Asylum earlier. I'm trying to see if I can actually parry their torches. There you go. Have some of that, and some of this. And torch goes out. I've extinguished the Age of Fire for that hollow. Sorry. sorry. Alright. Sensitive topic in Lordran. You don't want to talk about the Age of Fire that much. People get offended. Alright, so yeah, this is a funny area. Oh! Hi, dog. I guess we missed one. So yeah, this is unlike the fire-breathing dogs, these are just the regular size. They're pretty nasty, but not half as threatening, solely for the fact that they don't breathe fire. So I always thought that maybe this path led off into something, but it doesn't. It's just boarded up. This area is very this is a slummy part of the Undead Burg. I mean, the entirety of the Undead Burg is a little on the slummy side, but this part especially. A lot of nasty folks, like these guys. So this is sort of an ambush as you walk past these 3 doorways. Or 2 or 3? I think it's 3. These assassins come out, these thieves, or whatever you want to call them. I think they're hollowed thieves. So you see they've got these bandit daggers is the dagger type. And that stance he's taking right now, if I tried to attack him, he would run hell on me, basically. Just, it would be a bad time. Oh. And you see they're actually inflicting bleed on us. This is a status effect we haven't seen too much yet. But, let's not even worry about it. Something else of interest, these guys can not only parry you, they can backstab you, and they have a really cool animation. I don't know that I'm going to be able to show it off, because there's so few of them in the entire game. I think this is essentially the only place they show up, and funny enough, they actually have their own rare drop. You can get their armor set as a rare drop, and you can also get the bandit's knife from them, although I'm not sure. I think it might be a set drop elsewhere, or maybe not. Maybe it's unique to them. We'll find out at some point. But I think it is the starting weapon of the thief class, if you go that route. So if you like the look of it, it's got great critical damage for backstabs, that sort of thing, so check it out if you want. More boarded up stuff. Can't knock it away. It's pretty solid. I mean, that makes hi. Yeah, it's freaking hard. Sorry about that. My mom just came in, she's drenched. Alright, some more of these guys. So, while we're dealing with these, I wonder... Alright, I want to try this. See if I can let them, yeah, there you go. He jumps on your back and cuts your throat. Fortunately didn't do too much damage, but, you saw a little bit right there. It's pretty nasty. Oh, come on. I want to see if I can also show off their, yeah, gotcha. Let me do this. Oh, he dodged. You zigged when you should have zagged, buddy. He totally could have parried me. I don't know why I'm trying to initiate them to parry me. It's probably not the smartest thing to do. There you go. Well, my timing is shit. I also don't want to let that bleed buildup get too much on me. Although, there you go, blood loss. So when that initiates, you take a chunk of damage all at once. Not awful on its own, but, you know, it can be nasty. Ah, nice backflip. Very acrobatic, these folks. Whoop. Huh. Gotcha. And he jumps over your back, cuts your throat, and kicks you in the butt. Just add insult to injury. Isn't that great? These enemies are pretty cool for how short of a span they are present in the game. They have some really neat moves to them. So we're coming up on the boss now. It's taken us a little while, but we're getting there. And we have 2 dogs. Only one of them noticed us so far. There you go. That's pretty fortunate too, because dealing with 2 of the dogs at once can be a little less fun. Speaking of 2 dogs at once, we'll be dealing with, I think, our first situation of minor enemies in a boss fight. So right there we just got the thief armor set, like I was talking about earlier. This is what you start out with as the thief class, with the bandit knife and the buckler and all that stuff. Or I don't think it's... Is it a buckler? Just a plain old buckler? It's a target shield, I'm sorry. Target shield, not a buckler. Different things. So let's check out the black leather. I guess it's more black leather than thief, but you got the thief mask, so yeah, the black leather set. I'm a big fan of this set. The chest piece at the very least is one of my favorite chest pieces. I just kind of like this shoulder here. Got the pauldron going on, or I think that's a pauldron. That's what you'd call it. Just like the little insignia. It's a subtle design, but I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty neat. And then let's check out the sorcerer stuff. Sorry I'm not showing off the headwear, but our head's a little indisposed at the moment, so not really working out on that end of things. And then here we have the mage outfit. Different, I think, from what Griggs was wearing, and also Rickert. They were wearing the black sorcerer clothing, the cloak set, etc. Somebody requested that I wear the brigand armor, so yeah, let's switch things up a little bit. Let's see. Heavy boots. Dingy gloves. It's not bad. We can work with that. Oh yeah, you can see my my deep blue hollowed skin now. That's great. I look like, I don't even know what I look like. I can't think of something wrinkly and deep blue like that. Dried paint. I look like dried paint. I look like an undead Blue Man Group member. My friend was joking about that. If I keep doing playthroughs of these Souls games with the horror, then I'll have a Blue Man Group going before long. He makes a good point. So I just skipped the boss fog there because I wanted to show off the remainder of this area, and I didn't want to break it up too much. So we'll get everything done here, and then we'll backtrack and fight the boss. But yeah, so right here we have a locked door leading down to the depths. I'm also hopeful, since we were able to save Griggs after doing Blighttown, I think we'll be able to save the other guy that I'm thinking of, and I think since we haven't killed the boss of the depths, which usually indicates co-op summons and also NPC invaders' ability to appear, and also invaders in general. If you beat the boss of an area, nobody can invade you, and obviously you can't do co-op since there's no end goal really, and the areas are split up by bosses for co-op. So right here we have yet another undead merchant, but this one's a lady, so let's talk to her.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss? I need your souls.
Oh, such a creepy, wispy voice. I like the voice actor for this undead merchant as well. I think her laugh to me is one of the most interesting ones, in that it's not hostile or kind of foreshadowing they're gonna do something bad to you later. It's just, she's crazy. Not in a bad way, you know. It's understandable. She's set up shop, you know, ankle deep in sewer water. You'd probably go crazy too if you had to build your shop up in a place like that. So you see she sells moss. We'll just humor her, buy a little moss. She's got poison throwing knives, build up poison, very nice. Dung pies, build up toxic. Alluring skull, charcoal pine resin, just like gold pine resin, except it enchants your weapon with fire. Transient curses, rotten pine resin adds poison to your weapon. Homeward bones, we know what those do. Prism stones, let's buy like 10 of those. These are fun. Oops, I canceled. And then she's got a single humanity she's willing to sell us, but I'm not gonna bother with that. And also purging stones. I think she also only has one of those to sell. I could be wrong, but I think Oswald's the main guy to buy those from.
This is a wonderful place, don't you think? We have water, moss, moisture, these nice iron bars. I like it here, I really do. Nothing good ever happened to me in life, but now that I'm undead, I've never been happier.
She's having a good time. I mean, way to make a positive out of a very negative situation. Am I right? You know, she likes it here. She's got the moss. She's got the iron bars. This lovely iron bars. I don't even know where this leads back to. I don't think it leads back to anywhere we can see. Somewhere deeper in the Undead Burg, I imagine.
Tell me honestly, you think I've gone to the other side, don't you? That I've cracked my head and gone hollow. You do, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. You trust a batch of moss over me.
She's the moss lady. She likes that moss.
Tell me honestly.
Yep, so that's all she has to say.
You... Come again, if you please.
Let's talk to her one last time, see if she has anything else.
Oh, there you are, dearie. A pleasure to see you again.
Just calling us dearie. Don't call me dearie, Grandma.
George, what a humdrum lad you are.
I am a humdrum lad. I got eggs on my head. You'd be a humdrum lad. I mean, you're crazy. You sewer merchant lady selling me moss. You just scrape off the walls or something. I don't know what she does. Anyways, we open this up and take a look. Seem familiar. Leads us right back to the beginning of the Undead Burg. I'm not gonna bother going back through there. And obviously, you can make the connection that this leads us straight back out to Firelink Shrine. So the interconnectivity of this world is incredible, especially the early game areas. They really just knock it out of the park in this game. Yeah, I mean, what more is there to say, you know? It's impressive, and that's all you really need to say. So, with all of that, we're coming to a head of this episode. I'm going to battle the boss of Lower Undead Burg, and then I guess we could make it to the first bonfire of the depths and call it there. So, alright. Ready, everybody? I'm not sure I'm ready myself, but no time for questioning it. Let's go. Alright, Capra Demon. It's a Capricorn, Taurus. Yep. So you got some fun astrology there, if you're into that. So, main approach, don't get hit by the big, the great machetes. Great machetes hurt, or cleavers, or I think they're great machetes. But if you look closely, they're actually wrapped in barbed wire. So not only is he cutting you with these great cleaving weapons, he's, as they cut you, they're also like ripping apart the wound with the barbed wire. You probably can't see it too close. It would be better if we had the actual weapon, which yes, we can get those beautiful things, but... So at this point, the hard part of the fight's over. Yes, this is a very intimidating boss, and I think he's one that gives a lot of early players trouble, but the main thing is that the beginning of the fight, you're immediately rushed by 3 enemies, 2 of them dogs, which can be very annoying, and since if the dogs hit stun you, you're probably going to get followed up with a big, highly damaging machete swipe. Ooh! Okay, that did hurt. Oh wow, that was close. Yeah, it can be a tough boss, and even for me, if you aren't very, very wary, you can get yourself in trouble. But I mean, use the terrain to your advantage. You know, do some plunging attacks like that. And I mean, the fact that you've got this vertical maneuverability, it does open you up for some weird hits like that. The hitbox when he does his jumping attack can sometimes clip you even though you're on the stairs above him. But yeah, I mean, pretty much my strategy for early on in this fight is ignore everybody. Run straight for the stairs, dodge what you need to, kill the dogs, and then take care of the Capra demon. Just take him very patiently. Don't worry too much about it. He's not that bad. Whoop. Before you know it, if I can get a hit off... Excuse me. That was painful. But before you know it, he'll be done. And you'll get the key to the depths. Some humanity and a homeward bone. You know, they used to not do that. They patched that in. You used to not get... either humanity it was, or it was the homeward bone. One or the other was added, or maybe both over time. But something I always thought was neat about these games is they do patch little things like that, and it does make a big difference. I think they even changed the victory pop-up that comes up. I think it used to be something else, or maybe that was Demon Souls, but it used to say something kind of funny and like an improper statement, like, I don't know, victory got, you know, it didn't say that, but it was something akin to that. And yeah, they changed it, made it a little different, sound a little crisper. Honestly, I kind of miss the old stuff in it. Sorry, I just got some weird tinnitus in my ear. Just some kind of a subtle ringing. If you look back here, you can actually see a butcher hiding in the corner here, waiting for us. You can see the glowing eyes. These butchers apparently are actually female. I didn't know this for the longest time, but they are female. And I forget what confirms that or not, but it was confirmed at some point, I think by a dev, or I don't know. It's something that people were pointing out a lot at the time of, you know, when the game was really kind of hitting its peak of popularity. People are like, oh shit, they're ladies. It doesn't matter. They're nasty and murderous and want to cut you up and eat you. They're butchers, it's what they do, but yeah. So this is sort of the opening area of the depths. If you want to skip some hassle, you can actually just drop down here. It's totally fine. You can skip a pretty significant little section of this chamber here. But, yeah, you just go through that wooden door, and that'll get you out of here real quick. But, we're gonna go the normal way, because there is, despite that little, short way, we're gonna go the normal way, because there is an important item to get. Sorry, that was a little bit redundant with that sentence. I don't know. I'm not speaking well this episode, but, oh, jeez. Alright, dog is being a little keep away with me. Don't wanna take my eyes off of that butcher, because she's so pretty. Oh, but also because, yeah, she's a little more dangerous than the dog himself. These butchers can do some nasty stuff. Let me see. That sort of... I don't know the proper name for that. I don't know my butcher tools very well, but the sort of hook, it's like a hook that she's got there in her left hand on our right. She can actually do sort of a pull forward attack with it. Sort of like a grab, and she doesn't seem to want... Here we go. So she actually pulls you on the floor, chops you in half. Fortunately, doesn't actually chop you in half. It's not a one-shot or anything, but it does hurt. Oh, that didn't work. So you can backstab. I believe you can also parry riposte. We'll try it out here. Oop. Nope. Want to dodge through that, avoid that. I'm not sure if you can block it. Well, it has such a short range. I wouldn't be surprised if it was unblockable. There you go. And that's butchers. Fun times. So now we can take a closer look around. What? You want to give me your sack? Okay, cool. We just got a sack. We can wear a sack on our head now. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we didn't read the descriptions of the thief and sorcerer hats. So let's read some descriptions. I'm sorry, guys. This episode is running long now. Mask of sinners. They hide their faces, stifle their voices, and hide in the shadows. It does not provide much in the way of defense. All about that stealth. So, hat worn by proper sorcerers who studied at Vinheim Dragon School. The majority take pride in having studied at the academy and look down on breaking the formal dress code established for sorcerers. So I guess that's the standard. I don't know what that implies for the black sorcerer set then. I'll have to check that when we get it. We'll be getting that in Sen's Fortress, I believe. So it's a little ways off. And then the sack. Bloodstained patchwork sack by the undead man-eating cook lurking in the depths. 2 eye holes have been haphazardly cut out. It is unexpectedly soft and comfortable to wear, but it is probably near meaningless in terms of defense. So that's the sack. And then we see in this treasure chest is the important thing that I wanted to show to you guys. Here's the large ember. So if we check this out, key item, ember for blacksmith weapon ascension, ember required for weapon ascension, blah blah blah. This is honestly all technical stuff, so not much to say about it from a lore perspective. And then back here, we can kick these and go down there. I believe there's a spider shield down there if you haven't gotten it already from the Valley of the Drakes, which we already have. Here's the spider shields. Not very good lighting, but we're in a sewer, so what do you expect? Yeah, let me put back my Dragon Crush shield because I'm liking that thing. But yeah, we'll be passing through that area regardless. We may actually use that little drop point because it leads deeper into the depths and offers us a nice vantage point of a very tough mini boss enemy. So, anyways, hey, here's my buddy.
You. Yes, you. Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
This is Laurentius of the Great Swamp. I should have let him introduce himself, but I love this guy. He is just such a kind-hearted character. He's pretty much one of my favorites of the Soul series, next to Siegmeyer. You know, of the sort of small-time dudes, he really clicks with me. I like him a lot.
Thank you. I would have been at supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly. I am Laurentius, of the Great Swamp. I will not forget my debt to you.
Just so genuine. The voice actor, I've been saying this with like every voice actor, but really like all of the voices in this game were incredible for like, you know, just casting. I think they did a fantastic job. We have a little more to talk to him about, but he mentioned he would have been her supper. He doesn't name who. I think you could assume it's these 2 butchers who we fought right in this little chamber outside here. It could also refer to Maneater Mildred because, I mean, her namesake is pretty fitting. And just, you know, I think that's a good possibility. Anyways, let's talk to him a little bit more, and then we gotta end this episode off soon. It's already gone way too long.
Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Okay.
Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Alright, well, he is going to return to Firelink Shrine. I guess that's all he has to say for now. I thought he said a little bit more, but we'll talk to him later when we make our return back up there. And we'll be doing that soon, because we got to go to Sentin's Fortress after this anyway, so... Nice little transitionary period. And here we see another butcher. Oh, mistimed that really badly. Okay, let me actually head back in here. I don't think she's gonna go after Laurentius, yeah. Ah! I really want to parry that. It's so tempting, but it's tough. The timing on it is a little strange. There you go. I love the glowing eyes that just kind of pop out in front of the sack. It's a nice touch. They use that on all the halls as well. And right there we just got some soft humanity from them, so fortunate for us. Very nice. Like having that humanity. We've been losing it. We lost it to the Hellkite Drake earlier this episode, and finding all kinds of fun ways to die. I hope you guys don't mind my deaths too much. I'm trying to keep back on them, but I'm not gonna, cut them out either. I think it's necessary to show it's a part of this game, and I'm not gonna censor me failing just because it's horribly embarrassing. It's even humorous to an extent, as long as I'm, not taking hours and hours. I mean, I don't mind if I take hours and hours, but I don't want you guys to have to watch that and get frustrated watching it. Because I know I would. So... Alright, so back there we were just fighting this sort of blob. Watch the ceilings in this area. Always, there are at least 2 or 3, yeah, I'd say like 3, and maybe a little bit throughout, that are kind of heavy on these slime blob things. As RPGs go, I think slimes are kind of common enemies, but Dark Souls really makes them eerie, I think, more than other games. Certainly, like Dragon's Quest, you got them very cartoonized with the faces, but Dark Souls, like, hey, check out these slimes or these gels or whatever. They're not your grandma's jellies. These things have like bones and flesh and weapons sticking out of them, and I think some of their attacks are even, they have their bony interiors come out and stab at you. I'll leave one alive so that you can see that. Also, the reason you want to keep looking up at the ceiling and make sure they don't get the drop on you is they actually do have a grab attack, which probably at some point I'll end up showing off. Either unintentionally or intentionally. Time will tell. I might just get it over with next episode or something, but yeah, they actually kind of engulf you from above and just kind of eat your upper torso for a while before kind of slinking off. You sort of push them off of you and then continue on with your life, slightly scarred by the experience, but otherwise okay. So here we go. Here's our bonfire for the depths. Yeah, depths. Pronunciation. Alright, so that's all we got to do. I'll finish off the episode with a little leveling up. We can only level up once anyways, but keep going for strength. I really want to be able to wield that Demon Great Axe, at least two-handed, so keep going in that direction. Alright, so we saved 2 guys. Pretty good deal. Killed a boss. Lots of good progress this episode, so thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you next time. Ta-ta.